Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to part 2. Part 1 will be linked below for the abaya. Today we are making the khimar. You will need about 2 yards of chiffon. You will rip it in half, put one half to the side. We're only going to be working with one half. You're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to measure down 30 inches. Then you're just going to cut straight down. The piece you cut, you're going to take it and you're kind of going to be making a triangle like this. You're going to measure 7 here. Down, you're going to measure 28. And then to the other side, you're going to measure 14. Halu said that 14 and that 28, you're going to connect them like this. And then just going to cut straight across. There should be a straight line across. Cut 7 here, and this 7 is actually my daughter's length from one ear across the head to the next as demonstrated on the screen. Go ahead and measure your child and use your child's measurement for this part. Since this is a double layer, now we are making the second piece of the bag. That was the first piece, now this is the second piece. This is going to be the smaller part. So from here, instead of making it 28 like the other one, we're going to mark it 22, and here we're going to mark it 11 instead of 14. Connect the 2 dots as usual, and then you're just going to again cut it straight across. This part remains 7. All right, now you are done with the back piece. Putting them on top of each other, they're going to look like this. Now, before you do anything else, hem here and get the other piece, also hem all the way around. Then you're going to sew here to hold it in place, and also sew here, straight stitch. Now we are moving to the front. Now this is going to be the shorter side. If you want, you can make them the same length and just copy paste, but I like the front to be shorter than the back. So we cut the other piece that we had left in half. And then we're basically going to repeat the same process. The only difference is here, this is going to be 4. The length is going to be 14. And this side is going to remain 14, like the first piece. Then match the dots and cut a straight line across. Don't forget to cut this piece 4. That was the first layer. Now for the second layer, the exact same thing. Make a little triangle. This number right here is going to be 4. The only change is here we're going to make it 12, and here we're going to make it 10. You should kind of get the hang of it now. Align the dots and cut a straight line across. Cut the 4 off. Lining them up together or putting them on top of each other should be like this. Again, you will hem. Once you're done, sew a straight stitch, sew a straight stitch. You're almost done. To the sewing machine. So here I am basically just sewing what I had demonstrated earlier, making sure everything is neat. It will look like this. Now let's make our final piece, the band that goes in the front with the ropes in the back. You're going to take whatever fabric you have left, you're going to take it, fold it in half, and then you're going to measure to your desired length. This part that you're measuring, it is going to be the ropes that you're going to use. So if you want them shorter, make them shorter. If you want them longer, make them longer. Mine's, I made them 20 inch. So in total, it's 40. But what I'm measuring here, it's 20. Here, you're going to measure 4 inch. And from here to here, you're going to measure 7. Now, this is the same 7 that you use to measure your daughters from ear to ear. From that dot 7, you're going to move 1 inch inward like this. Dot it and connect all the dots together. In the end, you should have something that looks like this. What do we do now? Snip, snip, snip. And then you're going to open it up. Match all the edges and sides together. If there's anything that is too big, it doesn't look right, cut it up to match it like everything else. Then you're going to sew all the way around, leaving this part alone. All right, once you're done, it should look like this. The ends are sewn shut like so. The only opening you should have is this one right here. And then you are going to flip the little flappy hands or ropes inside out, putting the ugly side in and bringing the pretty side out. Once you're done that, you will fold it, snip it in the middle, like to give a little indication like this so you can know which side is in the middle. Now get your back piece, match it from center where you snip to the center of the back piece like this, pin it, and then you're going to sew from this end all the way to this end. Once you're done sewing, it should look like this. Now here, fold it in a little bit. This is just to hide the matatillos, like all of those little itty bitty strings, to hide them. You remember how you only sewed one side, you didn't sew the other. I hope you did not sew both sides together. It was an opening, so you sewed one side. The second side, you're going to fold it in and then sew it on top of the first side like this. And if you accidentally sewed both sides together, that's okay. Just simmer a bit and start over. Do not sew it together the second time around. Sew one side and then the other side, fold it in to cover all of the problems. Ooh, you're almost done. It should look like this. Aren't you excited? You're making your first khimar. But anyways, then you will take the front piece, put it on top of the back piece. Now remember how it is typically shorter than the original, so you're just going to match the sides as much as you can, like so. I'm just matching the ends, matching the sides as much as I can. Then you're going to sew here and here, and then you're done. Look at you, that wasn't so bad. Here is the abaya and here is the khimar. You just made your daughter her first two-piece. Congratulations. Now on to the next project.